Hello, YouTube. It is Cougar time. Um, hey, two people are here already. Hello, people. I was expecting that. I was planning in my head what I was going to say to all the people that weren't here yet while I waited. This is an invite for anybody who wants to join for the chat. There we go. Oh, that's me. Oh my God, I am so tired. You can probably see my eyes are half closed still. This COVID hangover is lasting a long time. Um, I've lost someone already. While I'm here, I'm in the middle of cooking pierogies, so I might have to actually pop off camera once in a while to. My water's starting to boil. I'm trying to brown the bacon, so we're making pierogies at 12 midnight on a Friday. Somebody say hello, please. Please, or I'll have to talk to you about COVID. Or what else is going on? Oh, somebody stole a really expensive plate from my front porch and my Sephora box. So hey, Lorene, hi. Malcavanian, Australia. Hola. Hola. I'm really tired, Lorene. I just can't stay awake. I'm starting like a 2-week stint that's just nothing but same day turnovers for the Airbnb. Hey, Susan. Hi, Susan. I waved at the computer, but I mean the camera. Hey, Susan. Hey, Lorene. Hi, Australia. Machiavellian. I want to say like Machiavellian. You know, like Mac. Oh, never mind. I can't talk. Hello, people. Daryl. Hey, pierogies. Yes, I should actually stir the onions. Excuse me for a minute. Talk amongst yourselves. Um, Maybe if I have to stand up there a long time, I'll do it. Just go milk. Okay, milk. I will. Thank you. Nice. Okay. My water's not boiling, so that's pretty good. I kind of made a mistake. I threw the bacon and the onions in at the same time instead of browning the bacon first, which is it's a game name. Ah, okay. It's such a rookie mistake. Um, Looks like the water might be boiling. I'm starving. What? Oh, the theft. Okay, so I had a bridal party here that I had to make all these arrangements to get them in because they had lost their place. They couldn't book anywhere. So she kind of begged me, and I was like, okay, well, I'll make a deal with the guy incoming to come later, and my cleaning lady, and so I did a lot of stuff to get her in. And I had a Sephora box delivered at 12:30 today, and it's not here. But they leave it right in the middle of the sidewalk of the front door. So I'm wondering if one of the bridal parties picked it up. It says Sephora right on the side of it. And for those stir the onions code for a bong hit. No way! Is it? Oh, I'll just ask my son about that. I'm not a bong user. I'm a chocolate eater. Gummies. THC gummies. Did I tell you about the first time I tried edibles? My son is responsible. So he's at the bakery in Toronto. It was still illegal then. At the bakery in Toronto, and he says, "Okay, I'm buying edibles. What do you want?" So he brought me 3 cookies, and he'd forgotten how much I was supposed to take, which was a quarter of the cookie. And he was like, I think you're supposed to take a quarter." Good, nice, Daryl. Um, I should be showing comments. Right. So he says, here, gives me a quarter of a cookie. And he's like, I don't think you're going to feel anything with that. I think you should take half. And there's like, I don't want you to take half, not feel anything, and then only have half a cookie left to try. Why don't you take the whole thing? So I took the whole thing, and it was the worst night of my life. Not the worst night of my life, but, pretty bad. We watched American Sniper, and I was gripping the sofa because it was like spinning this way, and I was nauseous. And all I remember is opening my eyes and seeing both the heads of Brian and my son in my face, going, "Are you okay?" So that was awful. I went to sleep, and when I woke up, Bernard the dog wasn't feeling so well. He was lying, shaking on the front mat, and he'd wet himself, which was not like Bernard at all. He ate the other cookie. So, um, so I poisoned my dog, but he was fine. He survived, but they processed it more slowly, so it took him longer to feel it. I gotta stir my stuff. I'm gonna throw the pierogies in. I'll be right back. Okay. So after this happens and Adam feels terrible, he calls his dad and he says, "You'll never guess what I did to Mom." And he says, "You bought her edibles and you overserved her or something." It's like, "How did you know?" "Well, it just seems like something you do." Anyway, so that's that story. Oh yeah, so the plate that was stolen. I jump around a lot. Um, so there was also a. Oh, I'm going to show it to you. There was a plate in my front entry that's worth a lot of money. Oh, that's not sharing it with you. Just a second. It's opening anyway. Share screen, share screen. Oh, I only have 3 people now. Am I really that boring? Okay, there. There we go. Share. Come back. Can you see it? There we go. Where is it? So let's do that. Let's scroll down. Okay, there. Here it comes. There we go. So this carnival glass plate was in my front entry. I buy things. Yeah, I should put it in a doorbell camera. I like to give the guests their privacy. So all my cameras, I explain the neighbor thing and that they're pointed at the south fence. But one has to go in the front entry because I do have thousands of dollars worth of stuff in there. It's loading. It's nice. It's a nice plate. It's worth a lot of money, and it went missing, and I don't know how to handle that. So, last time I saw it was not the last guests or the guests before, but the guests before that, the day before they checked in. I was rearranging things because I'm having an auction, and I had the plate in my hands, and I put it on the bottom shelf at the back, and there's a big open space there now. Susan has something to trade. Let's see. I tried mushrooms for the first time while I was volunteering at a drive-through Halloween pumpkin night. I ended up tripping on a ditch and spraining my ankle. But you didn't spill your drink. Nice. But, oh man, I hate hallucinogenics. Personally, I can't, I don't like being out of control, which is why I think I didn't like the edibles. I'm not so keen on all those things anymore. Hey, Shetland girl, your devices are not connected. They will need to connect your mic before you can add them to the stream. Connect your mic, girl. So I'm going to remove that. And that's Susan's skills. That's nice. That is a skill. That's an art form, actually. I think we should elevate that. Shetland girl, you have to connect your microphone at least. Not necessarily your camera, but the microphone. So I had people asking this week if they could come and join, and I was like, yes, everyone can come and join. Please join. I have to check the pierogies. Nope. Okay. That's the joy of living in a 18-foot long house. I can take one step and do everything on the other side. Oh, had 3 mushrooms. I had mushrooms at a party once. Oh no, that was a different party. I had PCP at a party once. They gave me a cigarette laced with it, and the house had this. Um, I'm gonna call it big game room. It was a with like trophies. They're like one of those rich people that go around to other countries, like shoot a lion and bring back the head, and shoot a bear and bring back the whole thing. And so it was all full of trophies, animal parts. And someone gave me a joint laced with PCP, and I tripped balls all night in the animal room. That first one, yeah, I accept that. I would, I couldn't do it. I think just the easy stuff. Once I was done with drugs, because I did them all, but once I was done with drugs, I have like very low tolerance. Oh, first and last time. Come on, people. So what was I saying? So the play was stolen, and now I'm wrestling with it. Could be any one of the last 3 guests, but I don't know how to handle. I don't want to accuse anybody. Yeah, it must have been horrible. Well, she didn't spill her drink though, Lorene. I think that's pretty artful. Um, so I think I'm going to go in with. Is it possible that you used this dish and you put it away somewhere that I can't find it? I don't know how to threaten them with police, or I don't know how to do this. I think I have to eat it, and it's a bad time to eat it. Wait, the trophy hunting room. Thank you. I didn't have any words for it. And I was up in Thunder Bay. I remember zebra skin. I remember like a gorilla paw ash that had an ashtray in it. But who knows? Because I was on PCP, so it could have been just about anything. And we'll see. Susan, it was horrible once I sobered up and I realized how sore my ankle was. Oh, aw, Susan. That's a bummer. But you didn't feel it while you were high, which you probably messed it up worse that way. Cool. I have to sit up straighter or put this down more. Is that better? A little bit better. There's no head space. When I was working in TV, it was always like they never put me on camera because I couldn't do the head space. Oh, let's see what we're doing here. Sounds like black tar heroin. You know what, Daryl? It's every possibility. There's every possibility it was heroin. Um, I didn't start smoking heroin in earnest until my 40s, 30s. So, yeah, it's possible. I think I was like 18 then. And then it took me about 4 days to recover. I missed Thanksgiving. Yeah, it was weird. Okay, floating pierogies. Oh, yes, all the pierogies are floating. Let's see if we can turn this. Don't look at my house. It is so messy. Are you there? Am I here? All right. Look way up. That's a Canadian thing. All right. I think it's a go. And you're thinking, yeah, Jules, that looks like a lot of pierogies, but I wanted to use up the rest of them. And they actually keep well and make a good breakfast. Not a healthy breakfast, but a delicious one. Yeah, up north we have the largest Finnish population outside of Finland. and a huge Ukrainian population and Polish population. So there was pierogies on every street corner. On Fridays, all the babushka ladies would come in with these bags of pierogies for $2 and $3, and all homemade and delicious. My friend owns a grocery store, or owned a grocery store up there, and he said, came to me with a crisis one day. Oh my God, Jules, we have a crisis. We've got a pierogi crisis. He says, all the babushka ladies are dying out and nobody's taking their place. So, like, we can't get fresh pierogies anymore. And that was a long time ago. So I would bet you the pierogi thing is probably done for. There. We made pierogies. Hey, Daryl, you must be Canadian. 20s. Teens. Yes. not toddler. Anyway, so let's see. I'll call Rusty. You know, Susan, it is messy, but it's so small, it gets out of control really fast. So I've got a booth set up for taking photos for eBay. And then I've got laundry that I had to bring in. And, you know, some just the cooler. There's a box of stuff that was shoes that I bought like incredibly wrong size. Yes. Can I ask? Hey, can I ask everyone to think pink? I find out Sunday if our new grandchild is a girl or boy. Aw, yes, you can. We will think pink. I always think pink. That's awesome. Okay, so then we have Lorraine. I love hearing you say Bushka. My grandmother is Finnish. Aw, I'm sorry she died. You know, yesterday was the 1-year anniversary of my father's funeral. It's been 28 years, so it's okay. He was awesome. But what's weird is he and my mother's father, so my grandfather, maternal grandfather, shared the same birthday. And although they died decades apart, they died on different days, but they were buried on the same day. So born on the same day, buried on the same day. And I thought that was interesting. Let's see. Wait. You went outside once? Were you the one that commented on me being out in the sunshine when I was doing the unboxing? And we've got Lorraine that she was always putting on her bushka. Yes. I love it. We actually had a public Finnish sauna in Thunder Bay, where you go and you can either rent a little tiny sauna by the hour, which is where you go to have sex when you're a teenager, obviously, at a dessert counter. There was sex and a dessert counter. And then there was the public sauna where all the little old Finnish men would be sitting there naked, and you could go in and like hang with the old Finnish dudes and literally hang with the old Finnish dudes. I always thought that was kind of a strange ritual, but we like to do it. When it was raining or thinking of rain. Oh, that's nice. I don't trust a house that's perfect. I feel exposed when my house is messy. I don't know, like you're going to see something, like it means something bad about me, or you're going to see something about me that I don't want you to. I don't know why. Just a weird thing. So I started I'm selling everything I own. I've been given a deadline to get a mortgage on the house. Hey, what happened to Shetland Girl? Shetland Girl, come back, try again, connect your microphone. Right, I've been given a deadline to get my own mortgage of April, and I need a shit ton of money to do that. So I'm selling all of my inventory, everything. So I've got like probably not more than 115 Royal Daltons, and I started putting them on eBay today. I'm actually really low on teacups, but I started doing eBay today, and a couple days ago, taking pictures, loading things up, and they were just sitting there. Now they're all like, buy it now, or best offer. Then I decided to experiment, and I put one up in auction, and this morning it just within an hour it was up to $60. So I was like, oh, I'm doing this wrong. So I started turning everything into auctions. Oh, thank you, Susan. That's really nice. Susan says, think of it this way: if your house is messy, it makes the rest of us feel better about our house. Aww. That's great. That's a lovely way to think of it. Can I smoke now? Does anybody care? Susan, give me permission to smoke. Here, there we go. See, I've got it here, and then I'm just going to not light it until Susan demands that I light it. Oh, it's so unattractive to smoke. But this is like, coffee chat. And it's a thing that demands smoking. And I don't drink coffee, so it demands Coca-Cola. Mm, Susan, you're holding out on me. Okay, I'm going to stir the pierogies. Well, they're certainly edible, but I'm not going to eat them in front of you. Come on now. There we go. Cool. We have pierogies for the end of stream. Smoke! 30 years ago, you were odd if you didn't smoke. I know, right? I started smoking when I was 12 because I worked in a theater and everybody smoked. But it's not here. I'm trying to learn how to show the comments and be smooth. Am I getting better at this live streaming thing? Oh, so yeah, I'm doing this eBay thing, and people are like bidding on stuff. So, oh, Susan said smoke. It's probably why it took me a month to recover from COVID, and I'm not recovered at all. Well, no, I am. I can do some things, but then I'm just wiped out. I haven't gone out in the car. Okay, just a second. I am getting better. Thank you, Lorraine. My aunt gave my mom a plaque that said, "My idea of housework is to sweep the room with a glance." I wish, I don't remember which episode of Harry Potter it is. I think it's the first one. But Dumbledore, they go to that guy's house who needs a chair. My son's going to be ashamed of me for not remembering any names, but I can't do this stuff under pressure. My brain is mushy. And he waves his wand, and the whole messy house just gets clean. I want a wand or Dumbledore, and I want my own Dumbledore, and then he could do these things. I love Richard Harris. I loved him in Gladiator. I loved him in Harry Potter. He's the real Dumbledore. Lorraine, I think it is hysterical that shows now have a warning when they contain smoking. Isn't that the dumbest thing? I was binge watching Ozark the last season while I was sick in bed, and every episode had a smoking warning, and I'm not sure anybody even smoked. There was a time where you could hold a cigarette, but you couldn't put it in your mouth or take a draw. George Clooney, his movie where they were museum men. No, he's a soldier. He's sitting at a bar and he's holding a cigarette, but he's not able to, not allowed to put it in his mouth. And he talks about that and how odd that is. But I see people actually smoking now. I wouldn't mind mice, but only if they clean the house. I haven't had a mouse all year. Not that that's the same thing that you're talking about, but 200-year-old house with a stone foundation that has gaps in it. You get mice. I got a snake. There's a snake living here, and I think he eats the mice. I haven't seen a mouse in the house in a year. And then there was Earl, though. Oh, what's under this? All the best old movies have smoking. Exactly. Katharine Hepburn, Spencer Tracy, Cary Grant, uh, Audrey Hepburn, all of them, all the Hepburns, all the cool people, the whole Rat Pack, Dean Martin. I remember when you could smoke in the movie theater and each seat had an ashtray on it. Does anybody remember that? Cinderella, Cinderella. Humphrey Bogart, yes. Well, my child will, but will his children even know these names? That's kind of a depressing thought, because the classics are classic for a reason. They don't make movies like that anymore. Breakfast at Tiffany's. I love Breakfast at Tiffany's. I really do. Oh, I like Audrey Hepburn an awful lot. Moon River, wider than a mile. I can't think. My brain is mushy. I do know the song. I used to sing once too, but my friend took me to see Casablanca on the big screen in Toronto when I was 17. And that was kind of cool. They will still be part of art curriculum. Oh, cool. That's good. That's a good thought. I hope. Or, the Pirates of the Caribbean are going to wind up being part of the art curriculum. Susan, we need to make sure our grandkids know about the greats. Truly, right? I stopped going I used to go to the movies every week with my son. It was sacred. When we were poor, it was a sacred thing. And I remember selling my skis to get movie money, and many guitars. Pirates of the Caribbean. I love pirates. Actually, I love Pirates of the Caribbean. I think that Jack Sparrow is one of the great characters. But, it's not Casablanca, but it's Casablanca in its own way, I guess. Because it is quality writing, very funny, it's well crafted, it's tight. The first one. The rest sort of go downhill as they always do. Yeah, we're still on that Pirates of the Caribbean. So it's kind of cool. We've got 5 people. That's pretty exciting. Keep looking for my ashtray. Is anyone old enough to remember Barney Google? No. Barney Google? Do I have to Google him? I will Google him. Oh! I will Google him in a second. I wanted to share something else with you. I want to show you something. Share screen. Why didn't you just share screen? Share screen. Share screen. Chrome tab. And good. Share. StreamYard. Oh, is it coming? Barney Rubble. Trouble. Having trouble connecting. Okay, can you see it? I ordered the t-shirt. It's been shipped. I'm going to have it any day now. For the purple dinosaur. If not, look it up. My mom used to sing it to me and my daughter. Dang, I love the Flintstones. That's so funny. Made me think of Ocean's 11 because of Basher and the Rubble. Trouble. It's got a line there anyway. See, mushy brain. I've been watching it because I'm preparing a ultimate Ocean's 11 geek quiz for my son, which we're gonna record. Okay, remove the t-shirt. I'm excited about the t-shirt. Barney Google was a man who married a wife 3 times his size. Oh, 3 times his size, and lived with his horse. But so he didn't live with the wife. I'm just noticed the private chat. Shetland, I'm trying, but I'm getting a pop-up saying my browser had blocked all. Oh, I'm sorry, Shetland girl. And I just read the private chat out loud. I'm sorry. But work on it, because I would love to have you. Anybody want to join? I can put the thing back in the comments again. A comic strip from 1919. That is right up my alley. Here we go. It was probably the did Mr. Ed live in the house? Okay. Remember the horse. That's hilarious. Okay. They show pictures if you Google it? Then I can share it with everybody. Barney. Was it funny? I'm not sure they had a great sense of humor back then. Mark Twain, maybe. Barney Google, song by Billy Jones. Barney Google and Snuffy Smith. It was a TV series. So it survived 1919 and then into the 50s when we got TV. There we go. Lots of it. Lots of pictures. Okay, just a second. Open. And then we have to go back here to share. Share. I'm on StreamYard. Hello. This tab is sharing my screen. Okay. That's fine with me. Geez. I wanted to share my screen. Stop screen. Your mom was born in 1929? I remember it. I'm 112 years old. Well, then you're old enough for black tar heroin, I think, Daryl. Launch day 103 years ago on the wiki. How time goes both fast and slow. It's going fast for me. I feel like I'm 28 and I'm 52. My son is 30, so it doesn't make any sense, but I feel like it's just whipped by me. Half a century. What was I doing other than drugs? Well, I had jobs, I had businesses, I had successes, I had failures, I had books, TV show. But I still feel like Susan, what are you cracking up at? The cartoon? Because I'm about to share the screen. I'm not sure my computer really likes everything that I've got going on here. Chrome tab. Already Googling Stuffy Smith. Snuffy Smith, not Stuffy Smith. Okay, StreamYard now. Sharing the screen. Can we see anything though? Can I make it any bigger? They're okay accomplishments. They're overshadowed by... My accomplishments are overshadowed by my massive failures. I think it's given me balance in my old age and perspective. But it was like, woo, and then woo. And that was rough on my son. That's mostly it, man. Oh, I have a story for you. So, my ex, I've been, helping to pay his rent, and I pay for his phone and all that kind of stuff while he gets his act together. He just got hired back to the university that he worked at when I met him. And this is a wonderful thing. It's a little bit overwhelming for him because he's not really that healthy. Remember, he was in the hospital just a couple months ago because I put him there. Anyway, so he did this thing. His ex-wife and I have become close friends, and that's because she acknowledges that I'm as much a mother to them as she is, and that I have to be a part of their lives. So she and I like buried the hatchet a long time ago. Um, so Buddy, my ex, calls me up and says, "Oh, Lorena wants me to get $400 for my rent from you, but it's okay. I already got it from my sister, but I'm not going to tell Lorena because I want her to give me $400 too." So he triangulated me into a fraud scheme to take money out of her pocket, which is the pocket that feeds the children. And I was like, not cool with that. So I told her. I told her. First, I called the sister to verify that he got the money from her because I thought he could be running a manipulation scam on me, but I don't know what it is. Or he's trying to unite me with him against her, uh, and I'm not going to do that. So I phoned her up and I told her what was happening. We had a long chat after I'd called the sister and verified that she had given him the money. So I knew that now his rent was covered. Lorena was super angry, no wonder. Um, and I felt guilty about confessing. I shouldn't though. So I called my son and I said, I told him the story. I said, "This is the thing." And he says, "What do you like? Good for you. That's exactly what you should have done." And I could have told you exactly, if you were calling and asked me what to do, I could have told you what you would do before you asked. And I was like, "What?" And he said, "Back when he was little, my other ex, Adam's dad, has 3 mothers of children, a wife, and then two of us other ones. A harem of women all had babies for him. Uh, Not like that. It's incredibly charming. But so one of the other mothers came to me and wanted to like me to unite in a fraud scheme to get money out of Tom. And I told her to pound sand. And then I called Tom and told him what she was doing. And my son goes, that's your brand. That's right on your brand. Of course you did that." So I felt less guilty then because I've done it before. Okay, 103. Oh my God. These are, and well, you should have told her. Thank you. I appreciate that. I thought so. Um, it's, I said to Cheryl, Cheryl is my friend who I own the house with. I said to Cheryl, he used to have integrity and that's not the sort of man he was. And I'm so baffled that he would do such a manipulative, terrible thing. And she's like, "Was he honest though? What, did he have integrity? Are you sure about that?" "Oh yeah, I've got to question everything. I've got to constantly be questioning everything." So those are the interesting things that happened in my life this week. Um, Selling everything. Do you want to see? Once upon a time, while I was still with Brian, and he quit his job with no plan and took up the drugs and video games, and I was just bleeding money, and the house was going into foreclosure, and everything was just falling down around me. I sold all my stocks. I took that money and I bought a storage locker, and it full of antiques, and it was glorious. I had amazing things, and I'm still selling off some of the more uh, incredible things that I found. Now I'm going to show you one. It's too bad Rando Calrissian isn't here because she's also into antiques. Can you see it? There you go. This is a chocolate pot from about 1830. It's painted by Richard Clem. It is thickly encrusted in gold. All of this is actually relief detail. And I can't show you because I balanced it here, but as I was unwrapping this little piece was somewhere in the wrap packing, and it fell out, bounced off my boob, hit the floor, went ting, and broke into 5 pieces. So this is worth, without the lid, it's worth about $4,000. with the lid, it was worth more like I don't remember if it was 8 or 10 grand. I'm talking American dollars. Isn't it cool? I have to get the dog out and off to bed. Oh, Lorraine, my medicine's kicking in. Nice to see you. It's nice to see you too. Good night, Lorraine. Mwah. Lorraine, it is a cool pot. Now I'm going to show you the cool little cups that go with it. Can you see these? Oops, let's do it there. There. Also, paintings of musicians and the cute tiny little saucer. The Dresden mark. Adorable. Toots adorable. So, hot chocolate. Lovely. So I'm finally selling that. And the other thing, okay, this is interesting. When I was taking photos of the dresser, okay, I bought the storage locker. The family that sold the storage locker went in and looted it before I took possession of it, and I couldn't get like a discount money back or anything, even though stuff that I had seen in the pictures, was documented there, had disappeared, like the silverware. They wouldn't give me anything. So it was 19 grand kind of not down the drain. No. But anyway, so here's poetic justice though. I was taking a photograph of the dresser, and there were 2 drawers in the top, and I pulled them out so I could take pictures of the joints. And there was a secret compartment, and inside of it was all the family jewels. And I'm talking the jewels. That's really nice. Nestle's quick coming up. Okay, bye, Lorraine. See you soon. New Zealand. Oh, awesome. New Zealand is on the top of my list of places I want to go. It's awesome. Okay, so I found all the family jewels, and I have sold off most of them, but I have these pearls that are, every time I take them to get appraised, I took them twice to be appraised, and the appraiser takes them into the back, looks at them with their loupe, and then gives them back to me and says, these are special, I'm not qualified. I'm like, well, that doesn't give me any information now, does it? So this is like 69 pearls on a strand, and this is a strand of 147 8.5 millimeter pearls, and they seem to be natural, which means they could be worth anywhere from, well, $600 to $1,500 a piece per pearl. So this could be my house. I'm pinning my hopes on it. Oh, it's cool. It's hot in here. So I'm pinning my hopes on these pearls. I'm sending them off to GIA Labs to be assessed. It's going to be really expensive, but as my son says, it just arms me with information so I don't get screwed. I did take them to Sotheby's. They also declined to authenticate them or, evaluate them. And then the other thing that I have left, nobody wants to buy this. It's a 26 karat opal carved in Kuan Yin, the god Kuan Yin and her companion. I can't remember his name. Can you see that? And there, can you see its opaliness? Anyway, nobody wants to buy this. Opals are valuable. Oh, the back has better fire, maybe. No, you can't see the reds and blues. Okay. Anyway, nobody wants to buy this. I don't know how to sell it. I don't know how to convert that. Anyway, those are my adventures now. I have to turn that air conditioning on because I'm going to start dripping with sweat now. So come on now. Someone else say something. Someone talk other than me. Hey, you know what? Emily Baker. The reason why I started this at midnight was because I watch Emily Baker every week, and I don't like missing it because I think she's awesome. Why I steal some of her phrases and sayings because she's awesome. Anyway, she's not streaming live on Fridays anymore. So I was thinking of moving the Cougar stream to like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. 8 seems early. But it's all crazy. I think you need to find a Chinese buyer. Yes, I do. For the opal. Yeah, I do. And I have, those pearls are beautiful and that carving is amazing. Cool stuff, right? I've just been hanging on to this, kind of frozen for years. Years now. But if it's right, if I get them appraised, if they're real, even if they're cultured, they're worth a fortune. So these might be the answer to my my housing problem. These might save me the house. So that's kind of cool, right? I'll keep you informed on the adventure too. I had to sign up for a lab account. I'm sorry. I had to sign up for a lab account for GIA, Gemological Institute of America. And to get approved, they have to make sure you're not a terrorist. You're not on some watch list. Make sure you're not a money launderer. And make sure you're not on a sex offender registry. And I was like, that's weird, because sex offenders could very well inherit jewelry or buy jewelry and want to, it seems strange. But I'm thinking maybe it's a human trafficking issue. What do you guys think? Why would you exclude sex offenders from having their gems appraised at GIA? What's the sex offenders? Yes, it is kind of crazy. Just like I'm stirring the pierogies. I'm gonna turn them off now. Oh, yes. Oh yeah. Oh, that's good. Perfect. Took hours. I don't know if you can hear me. It took hours to get this far. And I'll take a burnt onion too. Okay, so just one. We'll let it cool. Susan. The most precious thing I wanted from my mother's estate wasn't worth any money. Had a lot of memories, a lot of emotional value. What was it, Susan? That was a setup. You have to give us the answer. Oh. Woo! That's hot. So what do you think about moving the time, guys? Great Scott. Gotta put some lard on the cat's boil. Ta-ta for now. Oh my goodness. That sounds very old-timey, Daryl, but yeah, okay. Thank you for coming. Mwah. Always nice to have male energy in the Cougar stream. I wonder where Pam is tonight. So, everybody else, what time do you, Susan, you've got to answer my question. What was it that you wanted from your mom's estate? While I'm waiting for you, I'll tell you what I wanted from my dad's that I didn't get. My dad was a geography teacher, but he was a photographer too. And I would spend Saturdays out and about taking photos with him. He bought me my own camera when I was 12. And then Sundays we would spend in the darkroom, and he taught me how to develop photos the old-fashioned way. So what I wanted from his estate after he passed away was his camera bag, like his most worn. I should have gotten all the camera equipment. I mean, by rights, I was the only one who knew how to use it. My mother sold the Hasselblad camera for $15 at a yard sale, and gave the rest of the camera equipment to the school, which is also a good thing to do, but I didn't get anything to remember him by, and that kind of hurt me. So, Susan, have you answered? Nope. That's Daryl. Did everybody say bye to Daryl? He's probably gone now. The reason why I'm eating pierogies, by the way, is because I still have the dental surgery. It got infected. It was a blanket that she bought at Walmart or Meijer for like $20, but I was with her and it kept us warm while we watched the fireworks at Walt Disney World. Aww, that's precious. You couldn't get it? That sucks. This is still too hot. No one's answered me about moving the time. What do you think about moving the time? Bye, Daryl. Thanks, Susan. Nope. See, I'm running into the tines now, and I'm gonna have to put more in my mouth. Mm. Oh God, they're good. Crazy. So hungry. All right, well, I'm running out of things to say. Do you want to see my eBay store that I just started? Mm. Oh, oh. Mm. That's the infected dental work. It's almost 5 p.m. Saturday here, so I'm easy. Oh, nice. Will you come back again? I love the fact that you're from New Zealand. I love that I'm reaching out around the world, and even though it's like 4 people at a time, that's fine with me. I just like to meet new people. This is great. The last time we were at Walt Disney World, she died 6 months later. Oh, Susan, you're breaking my heart. I I wish you could have gotten it, but you have the memories, which is what I have. I have the stories. I have the jokes. My father was an incredibly good man. Really, really good man. And he died at 58 of cancer, and I am 52. So basically, I'm almost the same age my dad was when he passed, which sort of freaks me out. Brian is older than my dad was when he passed, which means my dad was young. He looked like Steve Martin, and not to me, but to all of his. I can see it. He looked like Steve Martin with the white hair. His had more salt and pepper in it, but then the rest of him looked like Steve Martin. So his students would give him like the arrow through for the head and the um, greeting cards and albums and everything, all sorts of Steve Martin stuff. Plus, my father also, I generously call it playing the banjo. My dad liked to make noise and wasn't afraid. He wasn't afraid to belt out a song at the top of his lungs or laugh as loud as he could, or no no qualms about living large and open, beautiful, intelligent, lovely, and smoke a cigarette. That won't burn your mouth. Exactly right. The pierogi didn't burn my mouth. This one got infected after my dental work last week, so I'm on antibiotics, and I'm sure smoking helps that a lot. I do have the memories, all of them, because my siblings didn't want to share it with my mom, but they wanted her money. Does that suck? Yeah. Um, I'm sorry. I have sucky siblings too. That helps. After I get my T-shirt, just as something to talk about. After I get my Shelley Love Signs T-shirt, I'm going to wear it. I'm going to do like my last uh, story time for TikTok, wearing and explaining to them how she has been cowed and not bothering me anymore, and is in fact afraid to come out of her house in the backyard. They use the side yard now, so it's kind of cool. So is that where we were? Yeah, I think we were at. You have the memories. We're down to 3 people now. Susan, Australia. Can I try Akatem? Akatem? How do you pronounce it? Can you tell me? And seriously, I wonder where Pam is. And some people asked if they could join us. All right. Well, next week I'm going to move it. I don't want to move it. 10. Let's try 10 or 9. I've been watching you for a couple weeks. Not creepy sounding, is it? Clove oil is awesome for your teeth and pain. Yes, clove oil. Thank you. That's a good thought. Kind of glad my daughter is an only child, so yeah, my son too. Oh, well, he's got half siblings. He and his sister, who is just less than a year older than him, they live together and they're really, really close. And she rocks. Hey, so I'm so glad you've been watching. I can't believe you've been watching. Why have you been watching? Oh my. Oh my. Well, I think I have my own jokes. Okay, I was going to show you. It's not that interesting right now. Let me show you something like. I don't know. Never mind. Never mind. I'm not going to show you anything. Kate. Oh, okay. Thank you, Kate. I appreciate that. So I have to go on what is it? August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. I've got 9 months to come up with like $135,000. So let's see how I do. I'll let you follow the adventure as I try to get pearls appraised and sold at auction and sell everything I own on eBay, and I'm going to do a live auction as well. So it's all good. And then people stealing things out of my front porch doesn't help. But frankly, I think I'm more upset about the Sephora box, though. Don't steal my Amazon packages. Oh, I'm still smoking, so I'm not hanging up yet. But I am going to watch Real Housewives and smoke and eat pierogies. I'll fall asleep as soon as my head hits the pillow. So, okay. What else can I tell you about? What else has happened? Nothing. Nothing's happened. Everything's been really peaceful. If you set all that, I can't. That would be just enough for me to get my place. Her place, probably $2 million, I would bet. Sorry, there's a thingy on my cheek. But wouldn't it be beautiful if my fantasy is I take her to court and the judge awards me their house? And then I reunite the estate, which was Shelley's dream. Unite the two estates, open it all up, and people could come up here for a hot tub, and they can go down there for like hot breakfast with a butler. Because I'm going to run it like a boutique hotel and an Airbnb, and they can swim in the indoor swimming pool in the basement. It would be so beautiful if I could buy that place. What about a GoFundMe for? See, that's the market price. But I'd have to like make them an offer they can't refuse. $3 million. I have my real estate agent, anonymous buyer, has a cash offer for $3 million, and I know they have a place in the States, so they can just move. 30 days, go. And then they don't know, and it'll be like Jesse on Breaking Bad. They won't know that it's me buying the place until we're like sitting across the table passing me the keys. That'd be awesome. I love that. It would be, wouldn't it be? It would be beautiful. I wonder how I could do that. I can't. I can't litigate anymore. I told you that, right? Like each of the cases start the retainers 100 grand. The sign thing, nuisance. I could probably represent myself for that one because it's all there and beautiful. um, beautiful. What the hell is the sign? Beautiful, beautifully laid out. Like the story, it's very visual. It's very obvious. It's very outrageous. And all I'd have to do is like sort of go into court, show the video, put her on the stand, and try and get an answer for what her justification is for doing that. There can't be a justification. And then there's all the other fuckery, but I would ignore all the other fuckery and just go straight for the sign thing because it's so easy. When you start adding all the other stuff that they've done, then it gets convoluted and it gets confusing, and I sound like a lunatic like every time I call the police. Lotto, yeah, that's the yes, lotto. I should be buying lottery tickets. I can't win if I don't buy tickets. I think there's like it would be an act of God. Now I have ghosts in the basement. I believe I have ghosts in the basement. The house has really like great ghosts because the energy of the house is just beautiful and happy and warm and inviting and loving. Months ago, I lost my keys, and I mean, I lost them hard. I could not find them anywhere. So I went down to the basement. I was like, "Hey, ghosts! Um, first, I'd like to say I'm really glad you're here. I'm very happy to share my house with you, and you've got such great energy. I'm so glad, you know." I buttered them up a little and said, "Now, I've got a problem. I'm wondering if you can help me. I've lost my car keys and I can't find them anywhere. Could you just like put them somewhere where I will find them easily?" And now I don't remember where they were. I found them 10 minutes later, like walking by. Oh, there they are. So I'm going to go and ask the ghosts about helping me win the lottery or bring money into the house. Ah, you're so sweet, Susan. I remember you guys have like crazy lottery um, jackpots in the States, but you have to pay taxes on them. In Canada, we don't have to pay taxes on lottery winnings. But I wonder about all those. There was a show about, was it The Lotto Ruined My Life or something? It's like a TLC show. And it follows people who won the lottery and their demise afterwards. People don't know how to manage their money. My thing is all of my money that comes in can't sit around. It has to be working to make other money. And this is how I kept Brian and the family afloat for so long. I'm also really good at trading stocks. But then the stock market just went against me. So we have to wait for the economy to recover. What else? Is that it? Is it time for food? Do you guys want to say goodnight? It is, we've been just over an hour. That's probably a healthy length for a live stream. I don't mind paying taxes on 500 million. Holy shit. 500 million? I think the biggest one I've seen in Canada is 75 million. 500 million? Come on, well, but giving up $250 million to the government would ouch a little. Isn't it like half? Oh my God, I saw in USA, they got one for close to 1 billion. Oh yeah, you certainly could. They have, it's crazy. Kate, what are they? You've lottery obviously in New Zealand. I think everybody does. I'm just making an assumption here. So, what are your jackpots like? What do you remember? Um, what do you remember? Any like biggies, or you like Canada? Last week on the news, close to 1 billion. That's probably the one Susan was talking about. That would be interesting. I'm trying to think of show ideas, right? So I could do something regularly. I want to do the quiz thing. Um, that's the one where at the end of my talk show the last couple of years, I would use the third segment and just ask people like crazy questions that led to like fun conversations. Like, what's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten? And I have the answers to that one. That's my favorite. It was 1.2 billion with a cash payout after taxes of 500 million. Holy balls! Oh my god, it's crazy. I could do okay with a million, which isn't a lot of money anymore, but I could put that to work and make it into more. Like I could be comfortable. New Zealand, that is wicked. Um, right. So looking for something. It would be interesting to interview lottery winners. Okay. Well, 5 people. That's good. That's sort of our standard. 4 people. I bring up how many people are watching, and I always lose one. Someone says, "She's watching," and they shut it off. And now I'm cheap. I'd still shop at Walmart. Good, good, because it's not about blowing it. It would be about investing it, buy real estate. You know, be wise. My friend was sitting, actually, my very good friend, who I want to come on the stream. She was sitting on $250,000. I advised her how to invest it in the stock market, and then she spent used the rest of it to buy real estate that she just moved into. She bought a lot that has 3 houses on it. So that's what you do. Otherwise, the money would just get frittered away on paying rent and stuff. Anyway, so there you go. I was super happy to see everybody. I always feel better. I miss you guys. I want to do something else during the week because this is just too long. But next week, be on the lookout. I know it's Lotto tonight, and you know what I actually want, a free ticket. Here's hoping. Here's hoping for Kate. I'll ask the ghosts for you. I'll have to go to the house though. I'll ask the ghosts to help you. I want a home and a nest egg for my daughter and grandkids. Yeah. Invest in stocks. The most millionaires are made through the stock market and real estate. So you buy a house, or you pay off a house, or you get a second house that's an income earning thing, and you put your money in a little bit of tech, a lot of insurance, and a lot of banks. Banks and insurance companies will never go out of business, so they're a pretty safe investment. Uh, oh, in the States, you have weird banking regulations. Invest in big banks. Too big to fail banks. Maybe a little bit in energy, but stay away from all the stuff that I do, the meme stocks and the trending stuff, the day trading. Um, that would be good. Skate at skate. Oh, Kate. Okay. We're keeping good thoughts for Kate in New Zealand. We want her to win the lotto tonight. I'm going to go ask the ghosts to give her a hand. And then I'm going to eat stuff. And you guys, I'm so glad that you came. It was fun once again. But I want guests. Show your faces, people. Shetland girl. Shetland girl, work out your mic issues because I want you to come on. Anyway, I love you guys. I'm really glad you came. Thank you for keeping me company. Wish me luck on the eBay thing. My store is teacups, etc. West Egg Antiques was already taken, although I don't know anyone else by that name, and I own the trademark in Canada. I have to go take care of dinner, so catch you later. Mwah. Bye, Kate. Thank you for coming. It was nice meeting you. All right. Love you guys. See you later, Susan. And yeah, 7 people. Woo! We're at an all-time high, you guys. Yay. Okay, so now I'm leaving on a high. Love you too, Susan. Thanks. Oh, we're at 8 people now. This is an all-time high. Don't do this to me. We're signing off. Good night. Love you guys. Thanks for coming. End broadcast. I will see you next Friday at an earlier time. I'm going to set it up. And so you'll see it. You'll find it in YouTube and upcoming. And hit notifications. And I want to see like how many people are waiting, because it's always just one. Okay. Love you. Bye. Good night. End broadcast. See ya. All those buttons you have to push. End broadcast.